One thing that blew my mind, though, about me and you and Lynch is that when I posted this morning on Instagram about what we were going to do here, then you posted something that completely had left my memory. I totally forgot about this.
That's
but
bad to me. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You said you were like you got to dig up the diary that he wrote in one of my journals. I completely forgot about this. Can you tell everyone the whole story and me basically refresh my memory for us meeting David Lynch at a screening at the Egyptian, I believe, right?
Yeah, first I want to have a message to all of Ryan's Twitch followers. I know, look, part of the appeal of Ryan is you look at Ryan and you say, wow, it must be so awesome to be that guy's friend, and it is. But half of being Ryan's friend is having to constantly remind him about all the fun that you've had, because he forgets a lot of it. So this was for, David Lynch famously was a student at the American Film Institute, which was very close to where Ryan and I were living together. I mean, like walking distance. And that's where he filmed Eraserhead. And AFI is also, it's a prestigious grad school for film students, and they also have a yearly film festival, which is actually a really good festival, and it's free. And so for a couple of years, Ryan and I would go. And one year, because David Lynch was an alumni, David Lynch was like headlining a whole festival, and he wrote some music that was before every movie there was like a little piece of a David Lynch music anyway. So I think the festival opened with him showing Eraserhead, which was the film he made at the studios at AFI, to an audience. And Ryan and I went to see Eraserhead with David Lynch introducing the film, and also David Lynch doing a Q&A afterwards. And then, this is just one of those things that Ryan has the balls to do that I can only really tag along for. But as soon as the movie ended and David Lynch started leaving the building, Ryan's like, all right, let's sprint to the fucking parking lot in the back to see if we can, I guess, talk to David Lynch or get David Lynch's autograph. And we did. And, you just handed him one of your journals, and David Lynch wrote in it. And we were, within conversation distance from him, and he was super cool. And, he probably, I don't remember if he said anything, but, he had the fucking hair. He was in a suit. He looked like Gordon from Twin Peaks, and he was a fucking class act. And then that was it.
Okay. I do vaguely remember it being outside of the Egyptian, because he was kind of trying to get the fuck out of there right after it.
Yeah. And so
we were bothering him.
I'm assuming that journal is lost in time.
No, I absolutely still have that. I have all my journals. They're all somewhere in my house. I know, but I just knew it would take me so long to find that I couldn't do that today.
Well, there's probably no better day to do it than today.
I was too busy on but
I gotcha.
I know I should have, though. You're right. And
I was super jealous, because I don't know if you remember, but that was like something that I was doing at that time. I had a film journal that I would write little personal reviews for every movie that I watched, and for some of the I remember I got Curtis Hanson and what's the name of the woman?
Catherine Bigelow.
Catherine Bigelow, you and I got to see. She signed my journal. I got Elijah Wood to sign that journal. I got what's the I Heart Huckabees guy? Sorry, it's still very early for me. David O. Russell signed that journal. So I was like, God, this is the one fucking time I forgot my journal. And David Lynch is just sitting right here, 2 cigarettes deep in a suit, signing Ryan's journal that he's probably going to lose.
No, I have it.
I'm kidding.
I have it. You're right. I should have taken the time to find that today. But did we ask? Because usually I'll ask a question at the Q&A. Did I ask one that day?
It's funny. I sometimes remember some of the Q&A questions you ask. I don't remember if you did ask him something. I remember one of the questions that was asked. Maybe you remember if this is what you asked or not. Somebody asked what his favorite sound is, and David Lynch said, I'm really attracted to the sound of the wind. One time I was on a Skype call with David Lynch, but it was one of those one-way Skype calls, so he couldn't see me because there was an audience of 200 people, because I actually did do his transcendental meditation course at like the David Lynch School of Transcendental Meditation. It didn't work for me as much as it worked for him, but it was because of him that I decided to give it a shake. And it was a weird thing. There were probably like 100 people there, and it was a weird thing because everyone there was a film nerd. Everyone wanted to hear him talk about movies. Even the guy who was interviewing him wanted him to talk about movies, but all David Lynch cared about was transcendental meditation. And you would hear him say that all the time, that he was so much more interested in TM than he was movies. And if he had to choose between TM and movies, he would choose TM any day.
Yeah.
But I remember, I don't know, he said something funny. It's like kind of anything he says was always funny because, he just has such a singular personality and such a unique voice. But somebody, I don't remember how it came up, but he said that, and I guess this connects to the idea of wind, but he said that he likes to wear turtlenecks and scarves because the feeling of wind hitting his neck really bothers him. And so that's why he always like wears, collars. So, it's just one of those, it's just something I'll never forget because someone who had such a unique output and a unique vision, it's kind of just funny when they have those little quirks.
Believe it or not, I just found that Q&A here on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
Should we watch the 5 minutes of this?
Sure, bring it up.
I do think I talked.
I don't know. I don't know if the audio will work on my end though.
I do think I asked a question at this. He's asking questions from a piece of paper.
Oh, well, maybe that was it. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, that was it. I don't think he actually took audience questions. I think there were things that were pre-prepared.
All right. Well, I guess I just felt that I had asked one because I usually do. But I remember wanting to ask one for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. So, yeah,
well,
we got to talk our favorites.
Do you remember what you wanted to ask?
Who fucking knows at this point? I mean, I could come
or
up
what,
with...
or even to today, what would you ask? I mean, so someone in my chat, Mask, says, I would ask, why did Laura scream? He's talking about the end of Twin Peaks Season 3.
Okay.
I mean, I definitely would not ask that because, A, I don't think he knows. B, even if he came up with an answer, it would never really be satisfying. And at the end of the day, what makes that ending something that will definitely now echo through time is because people will continue to theorize and have ideas about it. And if he gives us an answer, it'll rob us of that drive, that mystery.
Yeah. I'd ask him who his favorite dancers were at Jumbo's Clown Room.
Oh, that's a good one. See, like, it's stuff like that actually, I know it sounds counterintuitive, but those are actually the questions that I would actually like to, because, or even like, what was his favorite kind of shake at Bob's Big Boy?
Well, he talks about that. He got the same one for 30 years or something like that.
Yeah, was it vanilla?
It was something to that effect.
Yeah.
This is a good talk, dude. Thank you for reminding me about our time meeting David Lynch. I completely forgot that happened. He has touched my journal. I'm going to find it one day. I'm going to show you the picture of it. Wish I had it here.
All right.
But